You open your banking app for a second, just a second. You're not even looking for anything dramatic. You just want to check your balance before paying rent. And there it is, a number that feels lower than it should be. You didn't buy anything crazy this month. No vacation, no big shopping spree. You've been responsible. So why does it feel like money is quietly disappearing? You scroll through your transactions and see the usual suspects. $14.99, $9.99, $19.99, $7.99, another $12.99, a fitness app, a streaming service, cloud storage, music, a productivity tool you swore you'd use every day. Individually, none of them feel dangerous. Together, they're draining you. And here's the uncomfortable part. You might be bleeding $200 a month without realizing it. That's the subscription economy trap. Most people think financial stress comes from big, obvious mistakes. Buying a car you can't afford, taking on too much debt, overspending on luxury items. But that's not how most modern financial pressure actually happens. It's quieter than that. The subscription economy didn't explode because it benefits you. It exploded because it benefits corporations. Recurring revenue is predictable. Investors love it. Businesses love it. And psychologically, it's designed to feel painless. Instead of asking you for $240 up front, they ask for $20 a month. That feels manageable. Instead of charging you $120 for software, they charge $9.99 forever. That feels harmless. But harmless multiplied by 10 becomes heavy. A 2022 C+R research study found that consumers estimated they spent around $86 per month on subscriptions. The actual average was $219 per month. Let that sink in. People were off by more than double. That's not stupidity. That's design. The system is built to be forgettable. And if you've ever felt like you're trying hard, working hard, earning more than you used to, yet somehow not getting ahead, you're not crazy. You're swimming in a system that quietly extracts money in small, automated pieces. Let's break down how this actually works. First layer. Automation. When a charge happens automatically, your brain doesn't process it the same way as handing over cash. Behavioral economists call this payment decoupling. When you don't feel the moment of paying, the pain decreases. That's why subscriptions are powerful. You don't redecide every month. The decision was made once. Second layer, fragmentation. No single subscription feels expensive. $12.99 is nothing. $7.99 is nothing. $19.99 is manageable. But 10 nothings become $150. 12 months of $150 becomes $1,800 a year. At a 7% annual return, investing $150 per month for 10 years grows to roughly $26,000. That's not a small number. That's a down payment. That's options. That's breathing room. Third layer, identity marketing. Subscriptions don't just sell services. They sell who you want to be. The organized person, the fit person, the productive entrepreneur, the cultured movie lover, the disciplined investor. You don't cancel the gym app because you don't want to cancel the version of you who works out. You don't cancel the productivity tool because you want to believe you'll use it next month. It's not about laziness. It's about hope. And companies monetize hope. Meanwhile, inflation quietly increases everything else. Rent goes up. Groceries go up. Utilities go up. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, prices rose over 19% between 2020 and 2023. So your fixed expenses increased and your variable subscriptions stayed. Now you're squeezed from both sides. And here's the anger phase. The system shifted ownership to access. You don't buy movies anymore. You rent them monthly. You don't buy software once. You lease it forever. You don't own music. You stream it. Recurring revenue creates dependency. It's predictable for them, but unpredictable for you because every new subscription quietly lowers your financial baseline. You need more income just to maintain the same lifestyle. That's the trap. And again, this is not a personal failure. A 2023 Rocket Money report showed that 42% of consumers admitted to paying for subscriptions they forgot they had. Forgot. That's not irresponsibility. That's cognitive overload in a digital world designed to distract you. So the real question becomes, what do we actually do about it? Not in a dramatic, delete everything, move into the woods way, but in a calm, strategic way. Because this isn't about becoming extreme. It's about becoming aware. The turning point for me was realizing something simple. Subscriptions aren't evil. Unconscious subscriptions are. There's a difference between paying for something that genuinely improves your life and funding systems you barely use because they're invisible. When you become conscious, something shifts. You stop reacting. You start choosing. losing, and that shift changes how you feel about money. It's no longer leaking, it's being directed. So let's talk about how to take that control back, starting this week. The first move is what I call the 30-minute subscription audit. This is the easiest and most immediate win. Here's what you actually do. Open your bank app. Scroll through the last 60 days. Write down every recurring charge, not in your head, on paper or in your notes app. Streaming services, cloud storage, fitness apps, software, memberships, even that random $5 app you forgot. When you list them, total them. Let's say you find $178 per month. That's $2,136 per year. Now here's the key question. If this company doubled its price tomorrow, would I fight to keep it? If the answer is no, it's not essential. Cancel 3 of them immediately, not someday, not after thinking about it for weeks. Today, if you cancel just $60 per month, that's $720 per year. Invest $60 monthly at 7% for 15 years, and you're looking at about $19,000. That's not extreme budgeting. That's redirecting leakage. The expected outcome isn't deprivation. It's clarity. You'll feel lighter almost instantly. The second move is replacing stacking with rotation. Most people stack streaming services, Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, Apple TV, maybe one more. But you don't watch all of them every month. So instead of paying $60 to $80 monthly, rotate them. Subscribe to one service at a time. Binge what you want for a month. Cancel. Switch. Let's say you reduce from 4 services totaling $65 to 1 at $16. That frees up roughly $49 per month. That's nearly $600 per year. Over 10 years at 7%, that's about $8,500. And you didn't lose entertainment, you just stopped funding overlap. This works because it breaks the just-in-case mentality. You're not paying for potential use. You're paying for actual use. That's a powerful psychological shift. The third move goes deeper. Create a subscription threshold rule. Before you add any new subscription, you follow one rule. It must replace something or generate measurable value. Replace means if you add a $15 app, something else gets cut. Generate measurable value means it either saves you time, saves you money, or increases your income. For example, if you pay $40 per month for a software tool that helps you freelance and earn an extra $400 monthly, that's leverage. That stays. But if you're paying $25 monthly for a course platform you haven't logged into in 3 months, that's identity spending. Here's how to implement it. Wait 48 hours before subscribing to anything new. Then ask, what am I removing to make room for this? If nothing gets removed, you don't add it. This rule alone prevents subscription creep. The expected outcome isn't restriction. It's intentional growth. You're building a lean financial system instead of an inflated one. The fourth move is automating the redirect. When you cancel something, don't just let that money float. Immediately set up an automatic transfer for that exact amount into a high-yield savings account or index fund. If you cancel $75 in subscriptions, set a $75 automatic transfer on payday. This matters because if you don't redirect it, lifestyle creep will absorb it. Money unassigned gets spent. Money assigned builds freedom. Over time, you'll see a separate account growing quietly. That account becomes your emergency buffer, or your investment engine, or your opportunity fund. And emotionally, that changes everything. Instead of feeling drained every month, you start seeing evidence of control. Here's the bigger picture. The subscription economy isn't going away. In fact, it's growing. Global subscription e-commerce is projected to exceed $900 billion in the next few years. Companies will keep pushing monthly models because it stabilizes their revenue. So the solution isn't to fight the system emotionally. It's to navigate it intelligently. You don't need to cancel everything. You just need to become someone who chooses deliberately. When you cut unconscious subscriptions and redirect even $100 per month, you're not just saving $1,200 a year. You're lowering your financial stress baseline. You're increasing optionality. You're buying time. And time is the one asset nobody talks about enough. Time to change careers. Time to breathe if something goes wrong. Time to say no. That's what this is really about. Not coffee, not Netflix, not apps. Control. If you felt behind, overwhelmed, or confused about where your money goes, it's not because you're bad with money. You've been living inside a system optimized for frictionless extraction. Now you see it, and once you see it, You can't unsee it. Start small this week. Audit for 30 minutes, cancel 3, rotate instead of stack, create the threshold rule, redirect the savings automatically. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be conscious. This is how people quietly rebuild control without becoming extreme. This is how you stop bleeding $200 a month without feeling deprived. And this is how you start playing the system instead of letting it play you. If this made you look at your bank app differently, that's the goal. This is Next Invests. And we're not here to hustle harder. We're here to think clearer.